Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Tensura. Melting the Eternal Frost by Jack Da Webb. The Shadow of a God by DirtyRippedPaper. Prologue warning. Femme-leaning Rimuru, romance, reverse, harem. Please don't click on this fanfic if you're not into those. Bored. Oh, so very bored. Gosh, is there literally nothing to do in this world? I let out a sigh, looking out the window. The kids playing outside look like they're having fun. Oh, to be a simple-minded child. That's quite rude, master. Yeah, but seriously, this world is so boring. When you've lived past a century, you'd know what I'm talking about. I've explored this whole world. I've solved world peace even, well, at least my nation's peace. Just then, a bright idea popped in my mind. If there's nothing more in this world, then, could it be in another? My eyes widened. Seal, let's go on vacation. Where would we even go, master? Somewhere new, somewhere far, anywhere. I knew this day would come. I have somewhere in mind, master. So fast? Really? Wah, thank you, Seal. I jumped out of my chair in glee. A vacation after so many years. This is like a dream come true. You do know you can make any of your dreams happen, right? It's not far-fetched, master. Let me enjoy my happiness for a bit, Seal. I pouted for a bit before going right back on my... I need to tell my patrons. I need to make sure my nation is in good hands. I mean, it obviously is. With a simple click, a meeting was called. This device was a new one, resembling those pagers back in Satoru's world. Anyways, all the patrons immediately flocked to the meeting room as soon as I clicked. Diablo and Shion were just in the room beside me though, so they were the first to get here. What is the reason for you calling us, Lord Rimuru? The first to ask was Benimaru. I would like to know as well. Shuna. The patrons sat in silence as they awaited my answer. I took a deep breath. All right, I will be leaving you. Crap. What? The whole room shouted with such force that the window shattered. My cheeks became flushed with embarrassment as I realized I used the wrong word. No, it's not like that. I'm just going on vacation. I'll be back in like a year or so. The room became calmer after I explained myself. Kids, this is why you choose your words wisely. It feels like sweat is dropping on my forehead. Not like I can produce any. My lord, where would you even be going for a vacation? We have all already explored every corner of this world, Zijin asked with a calm tone. I spoke with full seriousness. The patrons looked at me before Shion broke the silence. Master. Another world. Like those ones with the other worlders. I shudder thinking about what type of world they come from. Full of weaklings. They give no challenges. Of course the war freak said that. It's not about wars, Shion. It's about new experiences, be it mundane or exciting. I curled my fist into a ball with my eyes full of fire. Shion was still somewhat confused, but still nodded. But my lord, we can't just let you go by yourself, Diablo said. Why not? I tilted my head. He seemed to have this hopeless expression on his face before speaking. You are our lord. We can't possibly let you go somewhere unknown by yourself. Please, take me with you to act as your shield. Is this dude serious? No, Diablo. I want to go on my own, I adamantly said. He was visibly hurt by my response, but couldn't dare refute. Anyways, I'm leaving right now, I announced. I assume we can wrap this meeting up. To which the patrons nodded. The patrons were all leaving the room, all except Diablo. Why'd you stay, Diablo? Do you have anything to say before I leave? Diablo's face looked somewhat dim. He approached me slowly, his hand reaching for mine. His fingers slowly interlocked with mine. I was confused by the sudden action. What are you doing? I tried to cover my face up with my remaining hand, but he only pushed it away. I'll miss your touch, Lord Rimuru. Touch? That sounds a little weird. Then I'll miss yours too. I guess. What are you saying? I knew Diablo liked me, but isn't this a bit too extreme? He leaned towards me even more, his face only inches away. Lord Rimuru, before he could finish his sentence, Benimaru barged in the room. Benimaru stared at me and Diablo in a puzzled expression. Diablo. What do you think you're doing with Lord Rimuru? He quickly stomped towards Diablo and looked like he was ready to pick a fight with him. Calm down, Benimaru. Diablo's look of desperation earlier was no more. His usual sly grin was on. The two were butting heads, so I had to put a stop to it. Shut up, you two. The two stopped, and walked away from each other. I'll be going now. So you guys, don't cause any trouble. I rolled my eyes, and opened up a portal. Seal. Set the coordinates to a very interesting world. Of course, Master. As I went through the portal, it felt like my whole body was being changed. Strange. But maybe it's normal. I opened my eyes, momentarily blinded by an intense light. Seal. Where did you teleport me to? To a hospital? To a what? In the 5 seconds that you were traveling through worlds, I had to create a backstory for you so that you can blend in this world seamlessly. I will explain. You were a 5-year-old child who lost her parents in a fire, making you an orphan, so that nobody would ask where your parents were. You lived with your aunt who also died when you became 18 years old. She gave you all of her money. You're in the hospital right now because you got hit by a car on your way to school. You got in a coma for around 2 years. Why did you give me such a tragic backstory? For fun, hee. I guess this is better than nothing. I looked down and noticed my hands. Seal. How old am I? About 20 years old. Today's supposed to be your birthday. 20. So young. My God. How am I supposed to have fun here if I'm in a hospital? Master, you're already free to leave now. You've gotten better. Oh right. I need to remind you, there's a person you have to stick close to in order for you to have the full experience. His name is Sung Jin-woo. As I was deep in thought, a nurse came to visit me. You're free to go, Ms. Tempest, she said. Ms. You made me into a girl, Seal? Seal didn't have to say anything. I knew she was smiling. I got up in anger and went. I was excited to get a stick. Now I have a... This is dog shit. I walked out the hospital, staring at the people around. It's been a long time. I looked at the familiar faces. They weren't Japanese, but I still saw a lot of Korean faces before. I felt eyes on me, so I looked in the direction they were located at. The boy beside me. Hello. I smiled at him, to which his face became as red as a rose. Cute. He looks no older than 15. Hello. My name is Sung Jin-woo. He took out his hand for me to shake. Oh, this is the guy. He looks way ordinary, more than I expect. How is he going to make my adventure fun? I guess I'll wait and see. My name is Rimuru Tempest. I shook his hand. The girl in a coma for 2 years? Yeah, that's me. He stared at my hand. That must be why your hand looks so frail and delicate. It must be. I swept my long hair to the side since it was getting in the way of my face. You got discharged already? Do you even have anywhere to... Seal. Do I have anywhere to live at? No, your aunt gave her house to her friend, although she gave you all of her money. No, I was planning on finding one to live at actually. Ya know anywhere vacant? An idea presumably popped up in his mind. The room next to mine is vacant. I could show it to you if you'd like. His smile was sweet and pure, no malice at all, causing me to become pink in the cheeks. All right then. JinWoo took my hand and guided me to the apartment building he lived at. I followed him up the stairs and to the vacant room. It looks spacious. It is. My younger sister and I live in the room next door. The size is all right for 2 people, so it'd be spacious for 1 person, he spoke. Younger sister? How old is she? I asked. Around 14 years old. If his younger sister is that young, then how old is he? How old are you then? I'm 24 years old. Really? You look way younger. Around 15. Haha. People often tell me I'm way too small and younger looking for my age. Man. I knew he looked young before the system appeared, but I didn't expect him to look this young. What about you? How old are you? I'm 20 years old. I just turned 20 actually, I smiled. He looked happy when I said I just turned 20. You should celebrate. You don't have anyone to celebrate with. He was excited at first, but started to become meek after the realization. I can celebrate with you and your younger sister. We can all be friends. It's not like I even have any. His ears perked at me saying we could be. Sure. I'll introduce you to my younger sister. He knocked on the door of his room. The door creaked open, revealing his younger sister. My eyes went onto her, then to JinWoo, back to her, back to JinWoo, and so on. You look way younger than her, I teased, making him blush. How pretty. And she's funny. Is she your girlfriend, Oppa? Her eyes glistened. His eyes widened and he resembled a rose at the moment. Shush, she's not my girlfriend. Girl and a friend, yes, but girlfriend, no. He looked at me, saying sorry through his eyes. She pouted when she saw I wasn't his girlfriend. He can always try to win her heart, she mumbled, and led us to the living room. She plopped me down on the couch and gave me a glass of water. So, how'd you meet my brother? We just met earlier, aha. I didn't have anywhere to live it, so he brought me here cause apparently the room next door is vacant. I smiled. She didn't look satisfied, rather she looked disappointed. I was peacefully drinking my water when she blurted out, "Hey bro, when are you gonna try and get her as your girlfriend?" What a silly question. You know, meddling into your brother's love life is a bad thing. I scolded her, making her sulk. I won't do it again. She pouted, she's just a kid. When she pouted, her cheeks were so chubby I just wanted to squeeze them. JinWoo was staring at us with visible happiness on his face. I'm younger than him, so maybe he sees me as a little sister along his actual one? I was thinking about it when JinWoo spoke. Rimuru, you have a strange name, huh? I've never heard one like it. My parents are Japanese, I explained. Seal, is that true? Yes, master. Phew. Your name is Rimuru. What a pretty name. JinWoo's little sister marveled at me. I have to say, it feels nice for someone to praise me. It is, isn't it? Well, what's yours? My name is Jin-Ah. The two of us chatted until the clock hit 5 p.m. Master, I suggest being a hunter. The pay is good, though you don't need any more money. And it'll be fun for you to get the experience of being a hunter. In our world, you were mostly confined in your office after 50 years, so it would be beneficial for you to move around by fighting monsters and such. So, JinWoo, you said you were a hunter? I asked. That's right. I was actually thinking about becoming a hunter. JinWoo looked at me worried. Are you sure? You just got out of a coma, so? I'm sure. And I'll be fine. I got you. Jinah's gaze felt like it could drill holes into me. Should we go now? The evaluation is open until 8 p.m. I nodded. Open hollow corner bracket. Close hollow corner bracket. JinWoo and I finally arrived in front of the association building. It's a really big building, I admired. Yeah, it is. Also, good luck, Rimuru. JinWoo slightly pushed me to the entrance. I looked back and smiled at him, waving. I was unsure of where to get appraised, so I decided to ask someone. Excuse me, but could I ask where the evaluation room is? I asked another man in a polite tone. The man looked like he was going to burst into. It's right over there, the man said with teary eyes, his voice shaking. And then he ran off crying. Geez, I wonder what happened to him, I wondered. It couldn't have been that bad for him. I shook my head and went to the man sitting on the desk. I came to get evaluated. I stared at the man who didn't exactly seem like he was enjoying his job. The man stared at me for a good 5 seconds, before nudging the lady beside him, and whispering. She then stood up, putting on a good smile. Follow me, ma'am. She gave off her work voice. Just wait right here, ma'am. The lady told me. Geez, really? You really have to call me ma'am? Well, you can't blame her, master. You do have the face and body of a 20-year-old. Yay, I know that. Seal. I wonder whose fault it is I have the body of a woman. No comment. I'm still thinking. I already know the ranking system here, but I'll obviously conceal the majority of my power, but I'm still wondering what rank would suffice. Since Sung Jin-woo is an E rank, I'd say go for B rank. It's still a pretty high rank, but enough that you can blend in, she answered. That's pretty nice. My thoughts were then disrupted by the person a seat away from me. If I get a good rank, I can pay off all my debt. My wife can let me see my son, too. He mumbled as he bit his. Are ranks really that big of a deal? The higher the rank, the higher the income. The rank to never get is an E rank. The lowest of the lowest, little to no income. Isn't JinWoo an E rank? Yes, he is, but soon on. No spoilers. Absolutely no spoilers unless I ask for it. Okay, master. I could see the door open to the evaluation room, and a man coming out, looking like he was tortured. I'm an E rank. I'm an E rank, he kept mumbling. The man beside me is the one who's supposed to go in next, but he looks like he'll vomit. I'm sorry, sir, but are you feeling ill? She asked. No. I'm just feeling a bit nervous. He then turned to look at me and asked, would you like to go first? And I responded, sure. I could see a big round black crystal in the middle of the room, connected to a machine. Full name, please, the lady asked. Rimuru Tempest, I answered. You're not from Korea, are you? Haha, she chatted, to which I nodded. Please place your hand on the black crystal. I followed what she said, placing my hand on the crystal. I assume it's to measure the power or something. It's cool. It would be useful back at Tempest. You're right, Master. It would. I've already analyzed it, so there's no need for worry. That's great to hear, Seal. Your rank is B rank. Congratulations. That's a pretty high rank. The lady cheerfully congratulated me. Thank you, miss. I went out the room. It's not as if I didn't know I was going to be a B rank. The man who had told me to go in first looked like he was even more nervous. She's a B rank, huh? What if I'm just an E rank? His eyes spot. Not like I cared. I went to the exit of the building, seeing JinWoo there, looking like he needed a good sleep. Hey, JinWoo! I shouted at him. He was drowsing off, but my shout made him wake up. He looked happy to see me and waved at me. Rimuru. What rank did you get? He asked. I smiled before replying. B rank. His face looked very delighted with my results. That's such a good rank, Rimuru. Thanks. JinWoo. He nudged my shoulder a bit while he grinned. He looks like he'd be a good friend, huh? Of course, Master. I personally chose him for you. Open hollow corner bracket. A year after close hollow corner bracket. I never expected this to happen to me. Never. The adventure you yearned for is now starting, Master. She said to Rimuru. I have no idea what you're talking about, Seal. He decided to just brush it